So, sixth graders, in lesson 2-3, we're going to go through how to add and subtract numbers with decimal points in them, okay? And the key here is to always line up the place values. Whenever you're writing an addition or subtraction problem, you should write it with the numbers going up and down so that you can line up the decimal points. And that helps you line up the place values. Okay? Remember, the place values are the values of the digits. So, to write this problem out, you would write it up 1.50 plus 9.00 plus 0.47. Okay? That way, all of the decimal points are lined up. And then you can add, starting from the right, add up the columns and put the decimal point straight down into the answer. Okay? Look at this one. This is subtraction. Let me rewrite this for you so that you can see exactly what we're doing here. So we're starting with the problem 3 4/10 minus 76/100. When we write it, we start with 3.4, and you need to put the decimal point for the second number to make sure that's lined up, and then put 0.76. And then you'll notice that this place needs to be filled with a 0. Okay? Because you have to have the same number of places in each number in order to subtract. Does everybody see that? Everybody get that? Now we can subtract. So, we start with 0, take away 6. You can't take away 6. So we have to regroup the number. Take 1/10 away. Take 1 away from the tens place. Give the 10 to the place behind it. Now we can do 10, take away 6 is 4. Then 3, take away 7, can't do that. So we have to regroup again. We have 2, and then give the 10, oops, give the 10 to the place behind it. So instead of 3, now I have 13. And I can do 13, take away 7 is 6. And 2, take away 0 is 2. And the decimal point goes straight down into the answer. The answer is 2 64/100. Okay? What is the key, again, when you're adding and subtracting?
Line up the decimal points and line up the place values.
Right, line up the decimal points and line up the place values. And put zeros in to fill all the places so that they all have the same number of places. Okay? Let's go through your assignment. Number 6. Let's do a few together. If you're not done with the notes, I'll come back to them a little later. The first part of the assignment was to put the decimal point in the right place. So they give you this problem, 47.3 minus 18/100. What's the first thing you should do? The first step. Rewrite the problem and do what? Rewrite the problem and do what? Remember from your notes? Johnny?
Add the zeros to make up for places.
Okay, fill the empty spaces with zeros, and what do we do about the decimal points? Line up the decimal points. So, if I was doing this on my paper, I would write this number over here. And line up the decimal points. 0, 1, 8. Okay? So the new problem is 47.3 minus 0.18. Okay, and then they give you the digits 4, 7, 1, 2. And you have to put the right place in, or the decimal point in the right place. So that's the answer. Okay? Allison.
We hadn't written down the notes yesterday, and so I didn't rewrite the problem.
Okay, did you put the decimal place and point in the right place?
Yeah.
Okay. You're going to need to rewrite the problem on some of these from the rest of your assignment. So, number 8. The answer is 140 and 21 hundredths. Okay. Check your answers and make sure you mark them with a dot if they're correct. And put a check mark and fix it if it's wrong. Okay? Number 10. Why is it important to align the decimal points when you add or subtract? Jack?
If you don't, it will be wrong.
Well, that's true. Why will it be wrong? Show us some. Let's dive deeper now, Jack. Well, let's start with something without the decimal point. Okay. If you have $30 and you take away 2, do you have $10 left? Why not? Why isn't it right? Let's dive deeper now.
You got 10, 28.
But it says 3 minus 2 is 1.
Yeah. But you have to.
Yeah.
You put it in the wrong place.
Wow, you put it in the wrong place, right?
Yeah.
You have to line up the place values, right? If you are taking away 2 1s and you put it under the 2 10s, that's confusing. So you know that from before. Now we're just putting a decimal point in. You must subtract or add from the same places. Okay? Yes?
I thought, because if you misplace it, the answer would be higher or lower than the real answer.
Yeah, you're not really adding or subtracting the same places. Okay? Trevor?
Can I put so you know the decimal?
Well, it's partly so you know where the decimal goes, but it's really so that you are adding and subtracting the actual values. The same values are being added together or taken away. Okay? It's all about the values of the digits that you are taking away or adding. Okay? Just like if you have 30 plus 2, 30 plus 2 is also not 50. Is it? You can't just put that 2 anywhere. Okay? It has to have the right value. So you put it under there for the right value. Okay? Does everybody understand the concept? Okay, let's move on.
But I would. Okay.
If you understand the concept, then we're ready to move on. Okay? Number 12. 17 plus, yep,
Yeah.
3.6 plus $449,000.
It said estimate, so I
Right, but we have to find the actual answer also.
What?
It says estimate.
I put the estimate. I just.
Hey, sixth graders, don't interrupt me. Look at the directions. Estimate. Then